In our News 8 election countdown, it continues tonight now in that final stretch. Tonight, a closer look at the state's congressional races.
Yeah, all of Connecticut's 5 U.S. representatives are up for re-election now on November 8th. Our chief political correspondent Mark Davis is here live tonight as he continues his up-close look at the campaigns here in Connecticut. Mark.
Hi, Darren, and good evening, everyone from the Hartford newsroom. All of the congressional districts have the same approximate population, about 700,000 people. But the 2nd congressional district covers the most territory here in Connecticut. It covers all of the eastern shoreline from Madison to Stonington and north along the Rhode Island border to the Massachusetts state line.
78 job openings this morning at EB. Really? Yeah, oh no, I check every day.
Congressman Joe Courtney was first elected 10 years ago in what was the closest congressional race in state history, winning by just 83 votes, but has been re-elected fairly easily ever since.
They need a backbone. We need to stand up for what we believe in and to speak out.
He's being challenged by business consultant and former U.S. State Department employee Darian Novak of Madison.
We need to return jobs to Connecticut. Government is spending too much, we're overtaxing too much, so we are less prosperous, less free, and less secure than we have been in many decades.
Courtney counters the criticism with just 2 words: electric boat, and the hundreds of subcontractors throughout the state.
We are now well underway into the 2 subs a year production, the largest Navy contract for shipbuilding in American history. The work is now cascading through the yard. 1,500 hires this year alone.
Novak says she is a strong supporter of Donald Trump.
Somebody who's willing to stand up to both the Republican and the Democrat Party and be a voice of the people. And I think he has the intelligence and the capability and obviously the strength to speak out.
Courtney says he has serious questions about Trump's temperament.
When you get right down to it, when you're hiring someone for the most important job in government, I think those issues really matter.
Novak also says she agrees with Donald Trump that a major round of tax cuts is needed.
For many years, I've been saying that we need to have across-the-board tax cut rates to deregulate so that businesses can survive. We need to have peace through strength, a strong military so we're more secure.
Across-the-board tax cuts, in my opinion, just kind of double down on this sort of budget crisis that lurches from one month to the next.
Another issue also places Novak in line with Donald Trump: safe immigration.
When Joe Courtney says that we're vetting people from Syria, it's just not so. There is no organization in Syria that can adequately tell us that the Syrian refugees are not terrorists.
In fact, the vetting process is extremely intensive, and in fact, since the events in Paris, they've gotten even more steps that individuals at the UN refugee camps have to go through.
Now, there are 2 additional candidates on the ballot for Congress in the 2nd Congressional District, and they are Libertarian candidate Daniel Reel of Plainfield and Green Party candidate Jonathan Pelto of Mansfield. Live from the Hartford newsroom, Mark Davis, News 8.